What's up, dorks? Season 3 finale of The Boys has finally dropped on Amazon Prime, and it has delivered on almost everything that we wanted to see, and we're going to get into it in this episode. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to join that 1,000 subscriber giveaway with more info at the end of the video. Guys, this season finale blew me away in a lot of ways. We thought that twist with Soulja Boy and Homelander was really going to change the shit up, but in true Boys fashion, nobody can go with a happy ending, except maybe Ryan right now. What did you guys think of this episode?
I would say I was expecting a little more like Homelander resolution. Overall, I thought it was great. Barring Black Noir's death, I think it delivered on most of what we wanted. Definitely pump faked heavy. The Soulja Boy and Homelander father-son reunion type thing, I guess.
Most of the stories are kind of resolved in their own way, like a little bit of Maeve. The boys are like a democracy now. It's like its own thing. At the sacrifice of Black Noir, I don't know if it was worth it.
I don't really care about the Black Noir thing. Not a huge fan of Black Noir. Don't really care to see him go outside like that. I think it was a cool scene. It was pretty gruesome. I didn't expect it. When he came back and he said he was going to help Homelander kill Soulja Boy. I was confused when Homelander was hugging on him, telling everybody in the press conference, all y'all add together is not even enough to add up to him. But he kills him.
I feel like him killing Black Noir was like the ultimate gesture to Soulja Boy, though. Because I think that's the biggest gesture you could make to Soulja Boy is that I killed Black Noir, knowing how valuable Black Noir is and also how much Soulja Boy hates him. That still leaves me with the question is how do you kill people like this? I wish that was the thing that we knew more about is how to even go about killing Homelander and even how to kill guys like Soulja Boy. And I wish I knew the gap between Soulja Boy and Homelander a bit more. And the fact that Maeve survived that large of an explosion makes me question whether or not that would have even worked on Homelander to begin with. I think it's safe to say it wouldn't have. I think Homelander probably would have ate that shit, no? I think it leaves us more so than ever unsure of how to go about killing Homelander, which in the way that the episode ended, like I'm sure that's still a priority, but with Butcher's time running out, it doesn't even seem like they're really focused on that, just more so Newman, which like he said, that bitch definitely got to go. It just makes me wonder like what the future of Butcher and Homelander really is, especially with Ryan involved.
The only reason I could see the Soulja Boy explosion working on Homelander would be frying the V. Like we know at the end of this episode, Maeve is now just a person. If that could happen to Homelander, like we've said before on the show, that is the number one thing that could happen to Homelander for true justice is him to be just like anybody else, doing the pump fake with Ryan and making it where he's actually Team Homelander, that new father-son duo being what it is now that Homelander's got that rejection from his own father. Homelander is now in a spot that he feels untouchable because he knows at the end of the day he has someone watching his back that's actually blood and has the exact same powers as him, which I think is huge to say that Butcher would rather go for Newman now than Homelander.
If nothing else, Homelander is the most selfish, egotistical person of all time. And I think Ryan's going to be taking a lot of that shine. I think Ryan, having never really had Homelander in his life for an extended period of time, but having him in his life in this capacity, I don't think it's going to work. The way that Ryan smiled at Homelander melting that dude, to me suggests that Ryan's more infatuated with that side of it, more so than being liked and adored. And I think that's going to cause a lot of friction between he and Homelander.
No Edgar. No Edgar in this episode, which is very surprising from the standpoint of Newman now running for president. Also, with a little bit of theory time, if they have the genetic specimen of Soulja Boy to make Homelander, I still think it is possible to clone somebody or at least make someone in the same vein as Homelander if they wanted to. So for everyone's Black Noir theories from the comics, I'd still think there is a curveball that could be thrown at any point in time, or they can substitute that with Ryan if they wanted to. This has been nothing but a Hughie roast channel for the past season, and he came through this episode with a little bit more respect from me. I really thought he was about to take that V24, but instead give Starlight probably her most badass moment in the show so far.
Which still kind of sucked.
Like, how good was that? Like, really, how good was that blast?
It didn't suck, but like as she was levitating, I was like, oh, Soulja Boy's at least about to get fucked up. She flashbanged him. You know what's crazy? She collapsed right after. They laid on the ground for the same amount of time. That's crazy to me.
Maeve in that Homelander fight, super great. Seeing Homelander get his ass whooped just by Maeve singularly is so much better than seeing what we saw in Herogasm in a way. Putting it in perspective, Homelander can take an ass whooping and still have normal conversation with you in the meantime. The only person that I saw put any hurting on my boy Soulja Boy this episode was actually Butcher himself, which I was not expecting. Broke the shield, really was the only person holding him down, and Soulja Boy knew that was the threat.
But it was satisfying for MM to get his moment. It never folded to the 24-hour B, which we thought we thought that he'd see Soulja Boy and he's like, you know what, fucking shoot me up, dog. We thought he'd snort that shit directly. So the fact that he did it his way, 10 out of 10. Butcher's really the only one who pays the price for the V.
I do love that this season pretty much left the boys in a worse spot than they were starting out. If you go watch the beginning of this season and even our review, we're talking about how cushy everything is. Hughie's giving Butcher missions from the government to go hunt down Supes. Homelander is pretty much contained, and now at the end of this season, Homelander is doing whatever he wants. Doesn't matter if you're going live and outing all of his secrets. He's murdering people in front of crowds and they're cheering for him. Butcher's about to die, which in my mind is like the only thing keeping Homelander at bay at the end of the day. He knows Butcher. He's having nightmares about Butcher under his bed, dog. That's just what it is.
Also, is Newman's allegiance still to Homelander is a question that I have as well. So is Newman now, as she's entering the presidential race as VP, is she now absolved should she win from Homelander? Is she safe, so to speak? Because I think that's a big question to be asked. I mean, considering the fact that Homelander definitely just murked a dude in fucking public at the end. So is he even going to play by that kind of rule anymore?
You have a House of Cards situation where no one knows that Newman is a Supe. You scratch my back kind of thing that could also happen with Newman, where Newman still knows at the end of the day, even if she is vice president, she's not safe from Homelander. No one, I think that'll be the big takeaway from season 4. Homelander, no one is safe from him. Black Noir just got offed in one punch.
Yeah, but we know if the president dies, then VP has to step up, no?
That's true. And if her head, or president's head, it magically explodes one day, I think we all know who fucking did it.
That's what I'm saying. We were close, right? Like, we anticipated a Homelander presidential run. I could definitely see her off in the original president, because there's no way that like he's fucking pawn in all this for sure. She said that she was going to be a president that serves both political sides, which I thought was like a key detail actually. Whereas it seems like Homelander is going to ensure that she's taking care of his core group of fans at this point.
I think Vought could spin it.
You think Vought could spin it, dog?
I truly think Vought could spin it, because all they have to do is be like, at the very important meeting revealing Ryan as Homelander's son, someone assaulted. You know Vought's gonna spin those words, dogs. And Homelander had to protect his son, who's fucking indestructible, by the way. Plastic bottle to the chin deserves a dome.
It's fuck Ryan, by the way, now, right? Right. Fuck Ryan all the way. Okay,
As soon as he lasered his grandpa, dog, I was like, nah, fuck you forever. You the reason Butcher had to do everything he did. You just caused all that.
I never thought I'd say this, but my boy Butcher was being a real bitch this episode. I understand Ryan is Becca's son or whatever. You dap up Homelander in any fashion, dog, it's fuck you for life. Had they just let Soldier Boy kill Ryan and Homelander, they had a plan where we could put Soldier Boy back in the tank. We're good. But once again, Starlight, Hughie got to come fuck everything up. Did they have some cool moments? Yes. But once again, if you just let Butcher do what he does, why are you trying to save Butcher anyway? I don't get it.
Butcher doesn't care to go in there and die. Like, he's taking the V. He's knowing that it's giving him all these sicknesses. He's puking in Hughie's mouth and all. He does not care when he walks in there. I wouldn't waste the time or the energy to save him. It's almost like he does not care, or maybe he even wants to. I think it was a terrible time to pull this good guy card. There's a lot of other times in these past seasons to pull a good guy card and it'd be valid. Right then, that was the end. They could have ganged up on Soldier Boy, like you said in the beginning, like the tears. It's like there's a huge difference between Soldier Boy and Homelander. Y'all definitely could have ran that.
I absolutely think we're gonna see Ryan in a suit at some point.
It's Hughie. Hughie's the one that's like, hey, don't take that extra step. Don't do it. And then that's what makes everything fuck up with Ryan. It's always fucking Hughie's the root of the goddamn problem. Butcher would have never folded if it wasn't for that canary ass bullshit from day one in the VHS store. You knew what Butcher was about, dog. You knew it. Dude was going 1v1 versus fucking translucent. We've already established this dude does not give a fuck, and he's willing to do just about anything. He's fucked over every friend, every family member. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And you're telling me at this last moment, after Ryan is fucking up the plane, he's already Team Homelander, dog. He just lasered Soldier Boy. You telling me right now this isn't DEF CON. We got to kill both of them right now. Even Soldier Boy tells him, dog.
Butcher has tried to die killing Homelander. Season 1 finale. Fuck Stillwell. She already did, but whatever. And fuck me too. Hitting the detonator, blew the house up. He cool with dying to kill Homelander. He's okay with it. He knew that wasn't going to work, and he still did it. I agree, dog. Hughie's fault. It's actually fuck Hughie. I take back what we said at the beginning of the episode. Fuck Hughie this whole episode. He's the fucking worst. That's actually the theme of this episode. Everybody meet rides Butcher, and now there's 2 Homelanders.
And Starlight being like, did Butcher tell you that Compound V was going to, like, fuck you up? He's like, well, he knocked me out and put me in the bathroom, so he saved my life. She don't even fucking hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say going into season 4 We have a lot to look forward to with Homelander and Ryan and their situation, and even what questions that brings for the boys now trying to turn the new leaf of we save all people, including bad people. Well, can you save Homelander? What happens with Hughie now moving forward? We have the A-Train growth. Looks like Huey's also on that train. He's got off that V-24 pretty fast, though. I would actually like to see a little bit of withdrawal from that. Maybe make that a little bit harder than just being like, I can quit it cold turkey. I think this should be a lot harder for something like that to take place.
I think with season 4, I'm most curious about Newman, and with Stan Edgar being suspiciously quiet, in my opinion. It does make me wonder if her and Edgar have something, playing a triple, quadruple, double agent.
Yeah, I just feel like with the way that season 3 started, Homelander, who was seeming like he was about to snap from episode 1, sitting in the room, butt naked, watching the news, knowing he's about to lose all his points, to now the end of the season where he can blast a dude in front of everybody. And he's got a mini-me walking around. People are loving it. Newman's now becoming the vice president. And then you got the boys who have no ticket into VOD. They can't get any of that V stuff to get their suit powers back. They have nothing. They've got Annie, who debatable if she's super useful or not. Her only use throughout season 3 was being inside of VOD. And now she's not inside of VOD anymore. You don't have Maeve anymore. She doesn't have any powers, who is essentially a consistent powerhouse who can somewhat keep up with Homelander. And now they have absolutely nothing. So I'm just concerned for the boys' side.
I want to say they're setting up Ryan to kill Homelander, right? But I feel like every time I'm so sure of what's going on in the show, like I just know where they're going. They really do pull the rug out from under me, dog. They really do, as far as like what I think is for certain going to happen.
I think season 3 has had a very hard task of keeping up with the amazing first 2 seasons of The Boys, and they actually succeeded in making something possibly even better. There's one-off episodes of this, like Herogasm and even the intro episode and the season finale, that go in with certain expectations and they instantly spin those things. And I think you can say that for this entire season, it was a pleasant surprise to see that this show is still on top of its game, and it only makes me that much more excited for season 4. I would give this grade for the whole season easy 9.5 out of 10, or aka we're giving that a pimp of pimps. It's nearly perfect. This season could only get better based on what happens in season 4 with certain things paying off that we can see the breadcrumbs of right now.
I think 9.5 is perfect. I think that season 3 has been the best season so far. I think this is one of the best shows on TV, and I think it will be for as long as it wants to air.
9.5, almost perfect season. I liked it a lot. Like you said, still consistent with the first 2, because I agree it is probably the best show on TV right now. Looking forward to season 4.
Let us know what you guys thought of season 3 of The Boys. Did you enjoy the finale? Did you enjoy all the crazy action scenes? Was it the best season, the worst season? We'd love to know what you guys think. Make sure you like this video if you made it this far, and subscribe if you're new to the Dork Side to join that 1,000 subscriber giveaway for a next-gen console. And make sure you got the alerts enabled on the channel so you don't miss our Thor: Love and Thunder review coming up on the channel very soon. Until the next time, guys. Peace.